This is Joshua Harris with Frankly Cigars and TPE with Micheal Giannini from Perdomo Cigars. How did I do? Did I do it okay?
You hit it right on the head.
All right, we're not going to edit any of this out. This
Okay,
is going to be
cool.
fun to go. So, what do you do for Perdomo?
I am national sales and marketing for Perdomo. So
Okay.
I get to have the greatest job on the planet. I get to travel around the country, see retailers, see consumers, and represent the greatest brand that Nick Perdomo makes with the great cigars from Nicaragua and the entire team. So I'm a blessed guy.
When did you have your first cigar?
In the morning?
No, ever.
Ever? I was a chef, and this had to be 25 years ago.
Okay.
Turned me on cigars.
Do you remember what it was?
It was the Macanudo Portofino.
Yeah, that's taking it back.
That's way back, back machine.
I keep thinking somebody's going to re-release the Macanudo like it's brand new, and new cigar smokers are going to be like, "A Jamaican cigar? What?
Yeah,
this is amazing!"
No, Nicaragua is the stuff right now. Yeah, for sure.
You have a drink to pair with your cigar?
You know what? I'm not a big drinker, but I'll drink coffee. I love coffee with cigars. And then I like seltzer water with cigars as well. But you know what? I always tell people, whatever you love to drink, that pairs nicely with what your taste profile is what you should drink with. That's always been my thing.
Is that fall into what's your best new advice for a cigar smoker? Like somebody's brand new.
Try everything.
Yeah.
Try everything.
And don't listen to anybody.
No, exactly right. I mean, this is a very subjective thing. I mean, I absolutely would recommend Perdomo Champagne, which is a great cigar, to start your journey on the Connecticut wrappers, which is the champagne of Connecticut wrappers. But, if you're going to try cigars, try everything. And try at least two of everything. And then make your decision from there. Okay. But I agree with you. Like, don't because a guy tells you, hey, you should try this, and you don't like it, or you do like it. It's really subjective at that point.
Well, what I used to tell people is when they would come into the shop and they say, "Oh, well, so and so suggested this to me," have them buy it for you.
Yeah.
Because if they'll buy it for you, then by all means, try it.
I love that.
Just you want to suggest? Okay, well, go ahead and purchase.
I do that. I love that, Jeff.
What's your biggest unwritten cigar rule violation that you dislike?
There's a bunch of them. Like, never smell a cigar with the cellophane on. If you're going to take a cigar out of a box, don't try to put a 3-pro into it. I mean, put it back. These wrappers are delicate, so you don't want to destroy that cigar.
It's funny you mention that because Ricky said you can tell what kind of tobacco they're growing in the field by how they walk through the field. If they just kind of walk into the field, then it's filler and binder tobacco. If the guy comes in and he's like going down and not trying to touch it, then it's wrapper tobacco. Because the wrapper really is probably the most sensitive part of the cigar.
Yeah. I mean, these are still living plants, so you want to be careful with that because you don't want to destroy the cigar by putting it back in the box by just throwing it in there. So be respectful to your retailers. And the last one is just lay the cigar out when you're done. Just leave it there. Don't love it.
Oh yeah, the mashing is crazy.
That's a no-no.
What's the moment you felt like a real cigar smoker? Was it when you were in the industry? Was it when you were still cooking? Like, what was the moment where you're like, okay?
I mean, for me, it's always been, I pick up a cigar and I'm like, this is cool. I mean, I was 20 years old probably. And the thing was, like, all my friends would make fun of me. I'm like, hey, what are you, George Burns? And then when the cigar boom hit, like 10, 15 years later, they're like, hey man, I'm ahead of the curve here. Like, so for me, it was just like picking it up and just the feel of it and just the sensation and the flavor. To me, was just the coolest thing. So I think right out of the gate, I never had a problem with it.
I remember sitting on a stool in a cigar shop, smoking a Cuban that had a piece of rolling paper wrapped around it that they had written "not a Cuban" on, and drinking 30-year-old port. And I was like, this is probably about as good as it gets.
Yeah.
This moment right here is probably about as good as it gets. Like, it's not a bad moment.
But I guess like my other favorite moments are just hanging around a great friend, great, smoking a cigar with Nick Perdomo, Nicholas, his son, Arthur Kemper, like the guys that I really respect. My team here, like sitting and just having a conversation about whatever.
What was the last cigar that surprised you?
I mean, you know what? I gotta say, smoking Perdomo cigars before I worked for this company, I was intrigued by what Nick was doing with this tobacco because I could never do it. And I'm being honest about that. And that's, when I started smoking these cigars, and I started with the champagnes and just worked my way up to the barrel aged, and every cigar I was smoking was like, man, I don't know what this man is doing, but he's got some magical tobacco dust he's putting on this stuff. And I mean, it just stopped me in my path. And I'm like, wow. Yeah. One of the coolest experiences, Arthur Kemper, we were at a trade show. He gave me a 20th anniversary. And generally, I power smoke this cigar. This one, I was nursing for 5 hours. And at the end of it, he goes, "Hey, do you like that cigar?" And I'm like, "No." And he like looked at me and I'm like, "Dude, I love this thing." And I kind of threw him, and I was like, "I've never nursed a cigar." And I didn't work for Bonoma.
Right.
And I'm like, "What is this?" And it was the 20th anniversary, which I'm actually smoking right now. And I was blown away by it. So,
well,
when you're busy and doing stuff,
oh, yeah.
and your brain's telling you, "Hey, dude, stop for a second and pay attention to what you're smoking," it had me intrigued the entire time.
Yeah.
So, kudos to Perdomo family.
What's your favorite cigar right now? And I need your lighter, by the way.
Okay.
My cigar is.
Well, you know what? Right now,
giving up
it's
the
the
ghost.
20th anniversary of Connecticut. I mean,
So you prefer the Connecticut?
I love Connecticut's because I've had Connecticut's in my life, and they were always very, bittery and, not the greatest tasting. And these Connecticut's have brought me back to what I originally started smoking. A newbie, so to speak, and that's how you progress. You start with Connecticut. But I love Nick's Connecticut because of the way that he actually works the tobacco. And you actually get the full flavor. So it's just mild and mellow and sweet. I mean, everything you want in a great cigar.
So usually this question that I'm about to ask you is, what's your cigar accessory that you can't live without? But I would like to ask you, what's your attire accessory that you can't live without? Because I feel like that your attire has always been very bountiful. What is this?
This is a Davidoff cutter.
Oh, that's beautiful.
The 3-hole punch cutter. But what I love about it, it's got a little fob chain, and I love wearing vests. So it reminds me of the old 20s and 30s when gentlemen used to wear pocket watches in their vests. So this is every time I'm wearing a vest, I have this cutter, or I have a Davidoff round cutter. I love old school Dunhill lighters, which I have with me right now.
Yeah.
I mean, these are just sleek and they fit the vest really nicely. So I hate stuff in my pockets, and these are just perfect. So there you go.
Have you ever met anyone in the cigar industry you've been epically impressed by?
Yeah, a bunch of guys. More so, like I just met a young guy. He's 21 years old, and he was giving me tasting notes. He's here in Las Vegas, and he was giving me tasting notes at 21 years old, and I'm like, wow, bro.
Yeah.
Wow, you got a great palate. So you got to respect, guys that are really into it and can really taste it.
Because at 21, we didn't have that. We didn't have that edification and be able to tell you, and
So,
these tannins and this everything else. Yeah.
So I was really impressed by it. I met him for the second time today, and I'm like,
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Is there a question you want to ask me?
What do you love about the industry?
What I love about the industry is that as much as it changes, it also stays the same. So I don't think we're ever going to get away from buy three, get ones.
Yep.
And I don't think we're ever going to improve on the third, which really unnerves me because it's the first third, the second third, and the third of the final of the cigar. But I also love the innovation. I love the new boutiques. I love the, there's Haitian tobacco that's being used. There's Mexican and Costa Rica tobacco is making that kind of resurgence. But for me, it's still going to be Nicaraguan tobacco. It's still, Nicaraguan and Dominican, and just those flavors and those textures, and the fact that those are pretty standard. That when you pick up a Nicaraguan, it's going to taste like A and B, and you pick up a Dominican, it's going to taste like C and D. And you can get surprised by certain things, but those pretty much those markers. So I love that.
Yeah.
Hey, sexy.
There you go, baby.
This has been Joshua Harris with Frankly Cigars and Micheal
Giannini.
with Perdomo Cigars. Thanks, Mike. I
Thanks,
appreciate it.
brother.